Welcome back to Bright Raven Gaming. I, as always, am your host, Bastion, and today we're going to play a little bit more of Call of Cthulhu. And yes, I do mean we, because
MK here.
my co-hostess is back. Thankfully.
Pierce managed to get into the warehouse, the place thought to be abandoned, revealed some surprises. Signs of recent occupation, as well as a partly charred painting, was it interpreted in the searching for Officer Bradley. Or interrupted, sorry. Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. Yeah, we did. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins mansions. Yeah, we literally convinced him by just pointing and going, hey, look at that. And that's all we said.
My question is, why did we piss off Kate?
Yeah, she's super mad at us. I think, do you remember one of the options was, hey, let's join forces?
Yeah.
I think because that was one of the options, that was one of those things that was alluding to us.
Yeah, I know, but I think we would have made her more mad if we would have done that.
Probably. It would have made more sense.
Yeah.
Hey, the jump cut again.
Oh, hey, look at that.
I like how the police officer did not even, like, even though she obviously was the one who he cut, he's still just like, don't make me.
I like that car more. It's a nice designed car.
He definitely has that vibe of, I've just had too much, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm obviously an NPC. Oh, goodness.
Oh, hello. As long as the subtitles are still on, we're good.
Is it? Because
Nobody said anything yet.
Well, here we are.
There we go.
Hawkins Mansion.
have you ever actually seen a mansion that had, like, that
The
much
place
trouble
has
with
been
it?
abandoned since the fire.
Do you know how many mansions I've
There's
ever
only
seen?
old Winchester in his hut.
Fair enough.
Oh, hey, wait.
Well, only a part of the mansion burned in fire, though. I don't know how I know that. I feel like they mentioned that. Like, only a part of the mansion burned.
Okay, so the place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only Winchester in his hut. What do you think?
Anything I should be wary of?
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing
Okay.
to worry about.
You're talking about Winchester.
That's right. The Hawkins' old caretaker. Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Okay.
We might as well mention the fire, just to get that out of the way.
Oh,
Well, wait a minute. Is that even something we can do yet?
no.
Weird.
Spot Hedner professional. We haven't got that yet. So what do you think, Max?
I don't know. You choose this time.
Oh, okay.
I don't believe the fire is the only reason this house is in such a state.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
Huh.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
really
that's
that old.
really old.
Come on, let's leave the stories of the dead alone. They've nothing to do with your case anyhow. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
Okay.
Well, doesn't our case have to do with dead people anyway?
Yeah.
Presumably dead.
Okay, you know the place very well. Let's not waste time or talk about Winchester. I don't.
Do you want to know the play? Well, I don't know. Do you feel like we can just pry him for more information?
All right.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't
Sounds
think
good
I
to
was
me.
trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything
Oh, okay,
else?
That makes sense.
I like him.
All right. We'll figure out Winchester here in a little bit, I'm sure.
Yeah. That's what I
So-
figure. I think he pretty much told us everything we need to know about
Yep.
him. Anything.
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when
Night
we
falls
arrive.
quickly here.
I'll go with you.
That's not ominous.
If only to reassure Silas.
Kind of like late fall when it's just bam.
Oh,
was the thing?
He wants to go with us. If only to reassure Silas. It's probably a good idea, actually.
I don't know. I'll let you do your plan.
I know, but we're doing it together, so what do you think? Well, let's be
Why not?
nice.
You can help.
Right.
He could be good,
Let's go.
like distraction while I run away from bears.
Yeah, bears. Oh,
Bears.
there's a bear. I remember in the controls a little bit. It's been a little while since we played.
Did you hear that one joke that he was on Vine? It's like, hey, my name is Dakota would it be? And he starts to go on, but oh yeah, and he says he's scared of bugs.
Oh.
Someone goes, where what? Where's the bee? There's a bee?
That's funny.
Hey, wow, we're very close to the lighthouse.
Yeah.
That would be so
Well,
nice.
that's odd, just having a chair out here in the middle of nowhere.
Well, this is like a little dining patio place.
Oh, there's a clue.
Is it? Oh, there's the key.
Well, it's a way.
I bet you it's the big catch.
Okay.
Escape.
Yeah. Alright, I found a wooden whale.
Did she have a son?
Yes.
I knew they had a child. I forgot if it was a boy or not. Yes.
Apparently he didn't make it.
That's very sad.
Alright. So we found a wooden whale, which is not. Oh, no wonder the cop went the other
Yeah, I was
direction.
about to say, okay.
Okay.
These leaves here are making me nervous.
Leaves.
Yeah, it keeps leaves just blowing down. Just all over the place.
You'd think they'd be able to leave it alone.
What's that? Look up.
Oh, that would be an angine.
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined.
Wow. Reverend John Wick. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I know I'm taking my time looking around, but this is a detective game, after all.
See, stuff just keeps moving.
Yeah, that's... Apparently that was just another leaf that I was,
Oh, he stands there like a police officer too. I like him. My lamp.
yeah.
If we grab that lamp and we enter into the dream world again, that would be terrifying.
That would be.
Oh, you just missed a tombstone.
Yeah, I was looking to see.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. The old caretaker must be very attached to her.
He probably
I imagine that
caretaker. They said
Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
I was actually going to check out the kids.
what was with that turnaround?
I don't know. It was automatic.
Someone desecrated one of the graves. Oh yeah, that's kind of illegal, isn't it?
Yeah, right here.
Do you know if Charles Hawkins had any enemies?
Not to our knowledge. He was a well-respected personality on the island. I don't understand. Silas would never have let such a thing happen.
Unless he was the one that did it. Okay.
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
I don't know if I was living on a big.
Let's go to the mansion.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would want to be buried.
Please give me a minute.
guess
I didn't
it
expect to
depends
set foot back here after
on-
the burial. What kind of
Poor
demonic
kid.
individual would defile
Those
the
are actually called
sanctuary?
snails.
Poor kid.
Cherubim are
I
scary.
don't see Silas doing such a thing,
Seraphim. No, those
let
are
alone allowing it.
Poor kid.
Even Baker's
Cupid.
above that.
Good.
Lord,
Yeah.
have pity on this poor family.
Alright. Now.
Here, I don't see another way to go. He said, wait a minute, so there must be another entry point over here. Oh, it's right there. Derp. Me derping.
It's a very, very weirdly kept walkway.
Well, not only weirdly kept, if you look at everything, it's just like everything's dead around here.
Looks like it's been a while. I don't even remember how long it's been.
Oh. Well, that's awkward, isn't it?
There's always that one door that no one uses in our house. I'm gonna try the door.
I'll have to find another entrance.
Yeah, definitely find another entrance. I'm just saying, it's just a little wide boarded up like that.
Oh, it's boarded up from the outside. I see what you're
Mm-hmm.
I would just keep people from. Hello.
Raven.
Those things are very smart. They're cute, actually.
Yeah, I love
Oh, no kidding.
ravens.
Yeah, it's
Site name by
Yeah.
sides.
I want a porch like this.
This entrance is still in use.
Okay.
Whoa!
Oh, that was an axe.
You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them! Dump them into the ocean!
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. And let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
Okay. So, you are hindering the work of the police,
I'd say you work for this guy.
or grab the axe. Work for this guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna run out of time here.
Sarah Hawkins'
Oh, was
father
there a
sent
timer
me
going?
here
Yeah,
to
there's something
investigate
going.
the death of his daughter.
Webster, huh? I understand how he feels.
There we go.
But me? I want the dead to rest in peace. And that means kicking the ass of gumshoes like you.
Why would you not want me to help understand what happened here?
I've got nothing to hide. Tell me what you're doing here.
Okay.
And no baloney.
Alright, bud.
The police
alright.
report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
The mansion isn't safe. You would break your neck as sure as you're trying my patience right now.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this
Okay, that
door?
makes sense.
It's locked. And I make sure it stays that way.
Probably just Sarah Hawkins was important to you.
Yeah, that's fine.
You still put flowers on her grave.
Let's play on those emotions.
You
now.
cherish
Yeah,
her
there you
memory.
go.
Mrs. Hawkins was an exceptional person. She cared for everyone around her.
Let me shed a light on what happened to her. Give me that key.
I'm probably making a big mistake, but it won't be the first.
Yeah, there we go.
Here, take the key and do what you have to
God,
do.
I love our stuff.
Go on,
Forgetting
then.
things.
Just to
There
get
you go,
rid of
good
you.
job,
Like we
good
made a-
job.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Okay.
Consult the diary.
Alrighty.
The old caretaker of the Hawkins family, Silas Winchester, still watches over the family graveyard and is, burned out mansion, devoted to Charles Hawkins, whom he
All but raised.
he also has great respect for the memory of Sarah Hawkins and their child Simon. His long months of solitude in the abandoned property have made him very distrustful. Silas still puts flowers on the grave of Charles and Sarah. Okay, so he liked Charles, which
Yeah.
means somebody else probably messed with the flower pots.
You know what's really interesting?
What?
We haven't looked at most of these people.
Yeah, I just suddenly saw the freaking diary thing. Let's see our wonderful police guy. God, hick cop. I like him. He's like my favorite character. How dare he? This hick cop likes order and justice. How dare he? He's no great, what is it,
Sleuth, yeah.
But he seems more inclined than his colleagues to discover the truth of the Hawkins. Like you said, he's my favorite character. The inhabitants of the island seem to be friendly with him. He could help me with this investigation. Seriously, it's just, this hit cop. It's like, screw you, dude.
Oh, you see who's next?
Miss Cat.
Gang.
It just says gang boss.
Gang boss.
Oh, no, it says her name at the top there.
Yeah, Cat.
Cat.
24 gang boss. Bootleg. Oh my goodness.
God, I'm older than this person now. Figure it out, ladies and gents. Boss of a gang of bootleggers, which seems to use dark water as a hideout, Cat always keeps an eye on her territory, the zone of abandoned warehouses on the docks. I have the impression that all the men in Darkwater fear her. Even Mijal, the owner of the stranded whale, is reluctant to talk about her. She uses Darkwater as the point of departure for her cargoes of whiskey, and she slowly gnawed away at Captain Fitzroy's territory.
Now here's my question. Doesn't she only have power if people allow her to have power? If they just finally said no? She's got a gang, sure, but they got harpoon guns, for goodness sake.
Yeah, well, that's most people in power. It's just like, yeah. She's basically a lot of people's employer.
Yeah. Oh, here's the captain.
I like him too.
Captain
James Fitzroy is the captain of the, what is it?
Charybdis.
Charybdis. Didn't we say that was some kind of mythological thing?
Yes, it's from Greek mythology.
Oh, yeah,
Scylla and
nasty.
Charybdis. Charybdis was the whirlpool that would suck down ships.
So he's the captain of the Charybdis, the only boat that still sails between Darkwater and Boston. His base is the harbor master's office, from where he misses nothing that happens on the island. The inhabitants of Darkwater respect him. The bootleggers despise him. He offered to help me in my investigation. We didn't actually hear about what the inhabitants thought of Cat, rather than just everyone being afraid of him.
Yeah, just being afraid. And I guess, who's this?
He's the bar guy.
Oh, the bartender who was being an absolute jerk face.
Okay, so you know how we only have 12% on our freaking whatever
Yeah.
speech thing? Do you think if ours was higher that we would have been able to get a drink? Even though we seem to luck our way out with everybody else. He's the only guy who we don't get along with.
Potentially, but we also have a lot of other things that we need to check out up here. So,
Yeah.
this episode, ladies and gentlemen, looks like it's going to be exploring the actual game mechanics itself instead of just charging right forward. So, bear with us, please.
Prohibition. I'm just going to skip that top part.
Mm-hmm.
Prohibition has no hold on the stranded whale, and the sailors come to seek some comfort in Mitchell's whiskey. I know I'm saying his name wrong, it's fun. The man, therefore, knows more than anyone the secrets and rumors of the inhabitants of the island, exchange after a few glasses. Mitchell is devoted to the golden age of whale hunting. If the numerous trophies that decorate his establishment are anything to go by, the man will talk freely on this subject on which he is so keen, but he will be far less enthusiastic if one was to inquire about the source of liquor.
Well, I imagine so. Oh, here's me.
Our eloquence is, it's up a bit, but
Yeah.
still, it's like the lowest one we got, and yeah, that's the best, what we're best at. No, our medicine is still down.
Yeah, well, I think we can only get this by books. Same way with this. The rest of these we can actually put points in. I don't think we have any points, do we?
We definitely should look for those books in this mansion, because if there's going to be
Yes, we don't have any points.
books
so.
in anywhere, they're going to be in the mansion.
You're absolutely right. I would think so. Sanity. Oh, hello.
Stable. Hooray.
You know, I love the fact that, you know, the First World War is put so much into these Cthulhu games. I think that is really, really cool.
They should have said the Great War just to make it really more authentic.
You're absolutely right.
But then this game isn't exactly for the intellectuals quite as much.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I have a lighter, Lost Battalion,
I thought we picked something else up.
and a key.
I thought we picked up another key. Oh no, it was a whale.
Yeah, the little whale. Knowledge.
The
Confidential.
bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed this case. What?
I think this is his cases before he got to the island.
But wait a minute. Okay. Which bar owner? It couldn't be our wonderful Mitchell guy.
No. Somebody we've never met in this game. This was when he was still on the mainland.
Oh, when we
This
were
is
in
the
our
first time
office?
we've actually looked at this.
Yeah, we could probably get rid of that.
Yeah. I don't think any of this.
Doctors prescribe them when
Yes,
I
sleeping
return
pills.
from the things. I'm pretty sure they have an actual name besides sleeping pills.
They do. It looks like it is crossed out a little bit. It's hard to tell. It's right there.
It's like, no, I can't read that.
Yeah. Okay, so there was one learning of medicine to help us boost that up. And then here's another one that also helped up, and that's volume 2. Cool.
Oh, there
And
it is.
here's the clue.
I thought we had more
Awesome.
clues too, unless this cat took them away.
Yeah. Well, also, if you look, we have clues from chapter 1.
Oh, there it is. Chapter 1.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
there's clues from chapter 1. We are on chapter 3, which is really cool. Again, we have never looked at this, actually, so. Oh, well, cool. Okay. Darkwater Port, yeah. Stranded whale, awesome.
The rickety docks just drive me nuts. I hate seeing the wood like that.
I hate hearing wood like that under my feet.
I still think that painting is actually very good.
I would actually hang that on my wall. That would be one of those.
Set up a Patreon and then you can get it for yourself.
Yeah, there you go.
I'd literally do that if I was one of those people who's like, I wanted this thing, I'm gonna get a Patreon and have everyone raise like $30 for it.
Yeah. Because that actually looks really cool. All right.
Everyone's gonna be like, what is that? It's like, I can't even begin to explain to you what that is.
I don't really
How
care.
do we get back here? Oh, never mind, we're not in the place I thought we were.
Oh, okay. I don't really want to go over there yet. I think the cop's waiting for me, it looks like.
Is he?
Yeah.
I'm surprised the cop didn't. No, that's not the cop.
Yeah, the cop's right there.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually want to go down here and explore a little bit more, if that's
Yeah, go
good.
ahead.
All right, cool. You better run. Right there. Okay, got it. Because I investigate is what I do.
This gate is locked.
Okay.
Thank you. We have our own personal dock.
Oh, does this have its own personal dock?
I would assume so. It's a big fancy place. We're going down quite a
Oh,
ways. Oh, that's his house.
that's his little house. Oh my goodness, it's the caretaker's caretaker. But there is just so much. Can I take the
And he's
axe?
got like multiple axes.
Are we sure he didn't
Actually, that's a
start-
pretty small axe. I'm pretty sure that's just a tomahawk.
Yeah, it's just a hatchet.
Or hatchet, that's it. Tomahawks are used for killing people. Hatchets are actual tools.
Well,
Literally, the difference is the way you use them for.
yeah.
One of them is better for throwing, too.
Ooh.
Don't mind if
I know a
do,
thing or
sir.
two about solitude myself.
Yeah. Oh wow, there's actually.
The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world. Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes.
I'm alright with that. Oh.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's about to come over and friggin' like punch you for trying to get into his house.
Well, I don't know why the game saved right there. That's kind of intimidating. Not gonna lie.
Bourbon. Empty, of course.
Darn.
Game saved again.
Are you hitting a button? That was weird. Yeah, that's just weird. Heck yeah.
There.
Let's just let you get up on the roof randomly. Can we get in the back? Why?
But I can't get in there.
Why?
What the heck?
Was there a hurricane or something recently to be bored up his freaking?
Well, I mean that would make sense.
Yeah.
But I just. Why is the game telling me to do this? That must be a thing later.
God, if we wind up in this place where we like look over there and there's freaking whatever his name is, Cthulhu, just
Yeah.
staring at us. It's like, excuse me, sir.
You know, even though this game is a little bit, maybe a little bit older,
This
look at
holds
how
up really well.
beautiful it is. I mean, this is a remake of a classic game, but it's not.
It's still kind of old
It's still
when
been
it comes
out.
to graphics.
Yeah, what, it's been a year or so? It's really
Supposedly
pretty.
has something to do with your eye or it'll speed currently not use these spots.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Alright. Well, I guess we will head back up to the top now, since we've done our explory thing.
I can imagine he and the cop are just talking about how weird you are. Just wandering around.
It's what he does, everybody. It's what he
He
does.
just kind of walks out without saying anything.
Wait a minute. Where'd the guy with the axe go?
He probably just unlocked the door.
Pierce, shall we enter?
Yeah, let's enter.
Well,
Now that you've finished your fun and games with Silas,
Yeah,
you can perhaps inspect the mansion.
I'm all for it.
You're right. Let's go.
I was actually going to lecture you on why in the world you let him almost kill me.
It was whatever, moping, remorsing.
Let's take a
I
look
was like, there's
inside.
supposed to be a fancy.
I'm with you.
Ooh.
Pierce and Officer Bradley explored the gardens of the Hawkins mansion. The family lies in the graveyard of the property, guarded by Silas Winchester. The old caretaker, still faithful to his employers, keeps watch on the place. Armed with his axe,
Yeah, he
Pierce
is.
and Bradley manage to calm him down and finally get a hold of the key to the Hawkins mansion. They enter the building looking for the scene of the fire.
Whoa, whoa,
There's a shadow
whoa.
over there in the far corner.
Whoa, I have a serious question here. Pierce and Bradley managed to come? No.
Well, probably
no,
whatever
no.
Silas just looked over there and saw Bradley glaring at him like, no.
Wait a minute
Follow
now.
me.
That was
I know.
all
Oh,
me.
God, why is there freaking dust coming down from the ceiling?
Who left this
The
light on?
caretaker has not been doing a
He's a caretaker, not a housekeeper.
Oh, I got a point. Okay.
Difference.
I know, there is. He's supposed to be the groundskeeper, so I understand. Excuse me. Alright, so what do you think?
I remember you said you wanted to do occultism, but it looks like we can't
Well,
do
we
that.
can't do that one. Only improved by objects. Spot hidden, investigation, strength, eloquence, or psychology.
I thought like either spot hidden or psychology for me, kind of. I don't know.
Okay, they're both at 35. So, I'm sorry.
That's cool.
So what do you think?
I don't know. It's like between those two for me. Unless you've got another one that you want to do.
No, I have really no opinion here. I'm just trying to, let's see here. Psychology represents your knowledge of the human behavior.
I wonder if that's why we're doing so good.
That might help out a little bit. So let's go ahead and do psychology.
Look over at eloquence real quick. I actually want to see what that consists
Sure.
of. Eloquence represents your ability to influence those. No, we're just really, really good at that.
Mm. It just seems like we're cutting through them a little bit different, that's all.
Oh, yeah.
So we're up to 40% on psychology.
Yeah,
now.
we're just charming our way through this entire thing.
Yeah. So validate. So enter. Yes.
I don't remember ever seeing that.
Neither do
Screen.
I. We have probably been messing this game up something horribly, and we're going to be told that in the comments a great deal. Okay. We have submenus. What the heck?
That's a creepy guy.
Anyway, all right.
I can't see your face. You're not to be trusted.
Well,
Thank God for candlelight.
you know this is kind of bright for candlelight. I'm just saying. Uh-oh. Dun dun. Dun dun.
There's always those weird candles that have like a lot of misty, almost wisps coming up from them.
See, that one's a nice one.
Yeah. He's got an actual candle over here in the corner.
Yes. Oh.
Wow, it's stormy now? Jeez.
Um.
Oh, freaking Tropical Storm Barry, if you ever want to place a date on
The
that,
Last
taking place,
Supper of the Hawkins.
Came through.
Yeah.
What does
it-
this tell me?
Came through and it left.
Oh. Oh, I can do the reconstruction thing.
Yes. We're way in the Midwest, so tropical storms don't tend to affect us as much as they affect other people.
Oof. Lightning, lightning.
I hate to think that they were eating when this all happened, because that sucks.
Well, we don't know what happened yet.
This roast. What strange creature has flesh like this?
Creature with no bones. It looks delicious. And gravy? Oh my gosh. I'm so...
This place is for the head of the family,
Weird
Charles Hawkins.
taste thing.
Have you ever gotten up so quickly that the chair actually fell behind you?
Yes. I've also gotten up so quickly that I accidentally fell over in the chair. Oh,
It's a squid.
it is a squid-like creature.
That would
Yes,
explain
yes,
its
it
lack
is.
of bones. It still looks delicious, though.
Well, it does, but it looks like a ham. If you've ever had squid does not look
Yeah,
like
that's what
ham.
I'm really confused about. It's like weird fish ham.
The boy was probably here,
Whoops.
smashed his plate on the floor.
I actually really enjoy the taste of squid.
Can't remember ever having squid now that you mention
Calamari is actually really tasty to me.
it. Really?
Ooh.
Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched? Something happened at this table. An argument?
And we just put points into psychology too, so maybe that helped us out some. Oh, I actually have to hold it down. All right, that's cool. I love this reconstruction. I think this is
Hey, Pierce.
I hate the idea of like
Daydreaming again?
having...
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
people sitting that far apart just kind of irritate me.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
Ew.
Why didn't anybody clear this up?
Well, it's a crime scene.
Okay, here's another question.
Rolls. Gosh, I ate before I came here, and I'm still like just drooling over all this food, except for the mold.
We have snacks. Well, here's my question. This has probably been some months ago.
Yeah, the groundskeeper's doing his freaking job
Look,
at some point.
This should be a heck of a lot more than just mold.
Yeah.
That's a little. Oh my goodness. It's now a green squid.
Ew.
I really don't like it when the food has a face
There's
on
like
it.
a rat on the other side. Look at that.
What?
Right there.
Wait a minute. It ate the food and died. Okay. No wonder the kid was upset.
Yeah.
Oh, and look, it's inky.
Why
It is inky. The squid is
It
inky.
didn't take out the ink sac.
That is funny. Yeah.
Oh no, I don't even know what that one rat's name is.
Ratatouille.
That's the name of the movie.
Oh, I never seen the movie. So, oh, now this is conspicuous. The husband's not in the picture.
Maybe he was the one painting.
Sarah Hawkins painted herself with her son, Simon,
Painted
ready
herself
to
with
go
her son.
somewhere, but without Charles.
Yeah. That's rather conspicuous.
That's when we find out that she wasn't the painter.
Alright. Go out in the hallway. Still
There
not-
he is.
What?
Right there.
Oh!
Hello.
Wait, okay. Alright. Do you
That
see
actually
what
looks
I'm
like
seeing?
us.
Do you see what I'm seeing?
Actually, now I do.
Look here.
No.
The tentacles coming
Yeah.
out of the back.
She's like, look at my new pet. Can we read the pages? I doubt we can. No.
No.
It's gibberish.
It looks more like Aramaic. I cannot read Aramaic. Okay. Find the fire scene. I.e., find the scene of the fire.
I wonder if that's it.
Possibly. Which means I don't want to go in there right now.
Not right now. Man, this place is giving me weird whiplash. It's thunderstorming in one place, but we've got light seeping through the other place.
Well, oh, what the heck? Books on the ground. Door barricaded.
Kind of.
Yeah.
What's that? Can we squat down?
Moby Dick.
Moby Dick.
Yeah, I don't remember how to squat. Can we squat?
I think we can. Yeah, because we had to get into that one room where we were listening to the guards at the docks. Remember, we were ducking down to squat underneath there. Controls.
Keyboard. Crouch is control left. Thank you. Alright. control left. Ding, 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 ding. And I stay down there. Yeah, it's Moby Dick.
Moby Dick. Did they spell his name right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or The Whale. It was Herman Melville's first title. Well, not first title, but that's what he called it. It's a classic. It's actually really cool. I've read it before. It is exceedingly long.
I don't think I ever finished reading it. I read.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, the first 300 pages of Moby Dick is all about whaling, so it takes a little while to get into it. It's over 1,000 pages long.
Yeah, I don't think I ever got past the whaling.
Yeah.
They seem happy, but Charles is already looking off into the future. He's managed just to stop along the way.
Neither one. Yeah.
She looks and he looks brr. Oh, hello.
Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer?
All right.
What is he going to be hunting in the desert of Egypt?
Camels.
Those darn camels.
He's gonna
Charles
be a camel.
Hawkins poses like an explorer in the front of exotic ruins. It is common knowledge that he wasted away his fortune on expensive trips. What was he looking for?
Was there something on the back?
Aww.
Oh, all right, fine. That's fine.
You fool. This is inconvenient. Oh, there's that
Too
one
much
again.
rubble. I'll find an
Let's
easier
go-
way.
Yeah, so we have to go into the dang
Burned
it.
place.
Yep. But at least I got some exploring time. Oh.
That was
Oh.
weird.
Let's
What?
see if I can find something the cops missed.
Hello. All
Let's
right.
go. Let's go.
Let's do this. Burn. And whiteout screen. Whiteout, whiteout, whiteout. Aha! I thought so. I knew there was something weird about
Did
that
someone
door.
escape the fire?
Oh, that's important.
Who did?
Somebody did. You can tell by the finger
Yeah.
marks. Okay, I've got a little blinky blinky thing here. That means there's a clue. That's very important.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others?
Do you have children next door?
Yes, 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 yes.
I just don't
Was
remember
Charles
his name.
Hawkins a heavy drinker?
Was he?
What?
Was Charles a heavy drinker?
That would appear so. Is that absinthe? Wait a minute, what is in that bottle? Anyway,
Everyone always talks about absinthe, like, away from alcohol.
absinthe is definitely
They had a
a form of
fight.
alcohol made out of wormwood.
Why?
Uh-oh.
And I also saw a glimmer of green. Hello, little green. I'm going to. There it is. Yaha!
A shoe.
A shoe.
Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes?
I wonder.
How?
Look at him. He looks half crazed.
He's really, really upset.
And I just realized I'm taller than I thought. Alright. Oh.
Oh.
Oh no.
Is that her?
Yeah.
She looks different.
Ah.
Did it stop at the time of the fire?
Interesting. Okay, am I missing something? Am I ready to come out of this nonsense? There's something I'm missing.
Well, go to the other wall behind you. Turn there. Just look around there.
Ah. You know,
Hey.
If the painting I found on the docks really
Whoa.
came from here, how come it didn't burn?
That's
What?
actually a really good question.
Wow.
Now, if you look at that, you remember when we started the game and we had that kind of dream,
Yeah.
and we were in the underground where the the fish graveyard.
Yeah.
This is what came after us.
Are you sure?
It looked like it.
'Cause you're not talking about the mask guy, are you?
Yeah,
Or the hooded guy.
kind of looked like that.
I don't remember that part.
It's fine.
Cutscene.
Yeah.
Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident.
He's.
This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee.
Okay, so he was on fire when he left.
Gosh, that hurts.
Very much.
That's with oil.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
Okay. Ooh.
Clues don't match. I don't want to like freaking outright insult him.
Okay, that's cool.
Much of this evidence simply contradicts the investigation's findings.
Really? Tell me about it.
All right. Hey, as long as you're gonna be cool with us,
Yeah,
man.
I was
That's
about to say, they just like.
okay. Oh my, there's a lot of different things to go over here.
Okay, wait a minute. Go back. When was the fire?
What do you mean?
It says the time of the fire doesn't match. Like, when did that happen? I forgot.
Well, the reason he's saying that is because I think they said like 10 o'clock, but the clock over here's got like 9:15 or something because it stopped at the same time. So it's just a little.
What
it's
if that was what the fight was all about? You didn't reset the clock.
I kind of doubt it. I'd say it's more along the lines of what's with the fish you keep making us eat that looks
Yeah.
like ham and it's actually a squid thing.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
I mean,
I like almost any one of the ones that is on the right.
on the right. Let's start with the was caused by the lamp and go
Yeah.
from there. All right.
I suspect
sounds
this
good.
lamp caused the fire.
That's what the investigation suggested, too.
But does your report mention the bloodstains? The lamp didn't fall, it was thrown at someone.
Ah.
For heaven's sakes, no. The report doesn't mention that.
All right. Let's just go with this one, and then we'll kind of transfer over to this. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
I was under the impression the fire started around midnight.
Oh, okay, midnight.
Yes, Silas banged on our door around 1 a.m. Poor devil ran so hard he was almost belching his lungs out.
This clock burned before 10 p.m.
Burn before.
That's impossible. What you imply? Silas never would have hurt the Hawkins family.
No.
Besides, Dr. Fuller confirmed the hour of death in his report. Your clock must have already have stopped.
Who's this doctor? Yeah, it's the first time we've ever heard of this guy.
That's
Dr. Fuller?
A brilliant surgeon and a friend of the family. I'm sure he took the matter to heart. So, excuse me if I value his opinion over yours.
The roughhousing next
So
door
be
got
it.
a little
yes,
rough.
yes.
Let's move on.
It's the sound of childhood.
All right. So the fire wasn't just an accident.
No.
All right. All right.
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
What's your theory?
All right.
It's a crime of passion.
Either a crime of passion or couples had a fight.
I
'cause
like the couples had a fight thing. The crime of passion was just hilarious.
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
Have you ever eaten that food? You'd be pretty upset too.
There's only one
That
way to find
game's
out. He
saved.
says. Oh, look at him! Look at him! He's just tearing through. Oh goodness.
Well, I kind of wish that we had gone the
Got
other way.
another point.
Character point earned. Yay! Can we talk to the other guy though? Still, go back.
Hi, friend.
Darn it, we missed all those other ones.
Yeah,
Oh well.
it's all right.
Yeah, we're just gonna close them in there. Go away.
What the-
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing,
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's probably true.
This place looks amazing, by the way.
Yeah, it actually really does. If you remember parts of
The World, The Man, both Volume 1.
yeah, if you remember our Resident Evil Drunkthrough, we found books, and we always tried to analyze them. We are strange people. Accept it, fellow viewers.
What is that? Oh.
Rip Van Winkle. That is so cool. Look at how beautiful that cover looks.
Was that a real person?
Yeah, it was. No. It was Washington Irving's book.
Oh, okay. I read that as
Yes.
his name. I was like, wait, what?
I love it.
The Legends of Sleepy Hollow.
And the tales of, look, they got Rippling right here.
Yeah.
That is so cool. I mean, I love books. I actually own a few. I own I lost it, but I used to own a first edition of Bambi.
Like the original Bambi
Yes.
story, where he's like really, like his mom gets really tired of him asking questions.
Yeah. And it was a first edition. It was beautiful. I actually had 2 of them.
Ah,
But
I need to
one
get
of them
that.
were one of them was completely unsalvageable, which is really sad.
Oh, yeah.
They did it. Okay, it's just the
Did the
same
cover.
one.
I need to get that book because it's a real fun book.
Yes.
I heard one of his friends like got kind of adopted by one of the hunters and then had a really weird personality because he was raised by people.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
This
Oh,
door
okay,
is
down
locked.
there. All right, all of our book looking.
Wow.
Oh, hello.
I always feel like if you're not looking in
There
the right
goes a
place,
mouse.
you're gonna miss something.
All right. But ladies and gentlemen, I do believe this is going to end it for the first episode right now. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you have enjoyed this episode of the Drunk Through of Call of Cthulhu. Until next time, I wish you all a fantastic day.